Your liberty-loving Latino, and it seems only your liberty-loving Latino, has been focused on a matter of great import and what I view as a threat to this country. The story goes beyond political rhetoric. Both sides of the political aisle, both sides of the ideological divide, both sides of the America First and America Last coalitions accuse the other side of being anti-American, anti-constitutional, and anti-freedom. Being a conservative, I think the leftists in this country from both parties prove me right when I assign the label of saboteur to them. But the case before the court today isn't conjecture. It isn't hypothetical. It isn't opinion. Congresswoman Delia Ramirez is a member of Congress from the corrupt state of Illinois, a state at the center of the crime debate in our country. Congresswoman Delia Ramirez is a Democrat. Here she is claiming that deporting criminal illegal aliens is against the law and unconstitutional.
What is happening right now in their Department of Homeland Security is unconstitutional. It is actually unaccountable, and it's against the law.
Now, defending criminals is not what our trial is about today, though our nation should question a politician and a political party that openly claims that enforcing law is illegal. Today, the issue before us is this.
Terminar decir unas palabras en español porque yo soy guatemalteca con mucho orgullo, primero que soy americana.
That's Ramirez on Mexican soil, foreign soil, declaring, quote, "I'm a proud Guatemalan before I'm an American," end quote. Now, real Americans can agree the sentiment is disgusting. But there is a broader question. Is a federal politician's declared allegiance to a foreign nation over the United States the actions of a traitor? And if so, should traitors be allowed to have power in the U.S. Congress? Today, we tackle two questions. Is Delia Ramirez a traitor? And as such, should she be expelled from the United States Congress? Folks, time for another edition of Chris's Court of Public Opinion. All right, folks, here's how Chris's Court of Public Opinion works. Just to recap, we present a case, our guest advocates argue each side of that case, and you, my beloved audience, you are the jury. You decide guilty or not guilty. Court is now in session. Let's bring in our advocates to argue both sides of this. Democrat strategist Lee Neves, along with former Congresswoman and candidate for Texas's 34th Congressional District, Mayra Flores. Welcome to you both. We begin with opening statements. The matter before the court, is Delia Ramirez a traitor, and thus should she be expelled from Congress? You each have 1 minute for opening statements. Lee, let's begin with you.
Thanks. First of all, for those of your viewers who have seen me on other programs, you will know that Congresswoman Ramirez is not exactly my favorite Democrat. That being said, very poor choice of words. I don't think she's a traitor. I think she was trying to say she's proud to be Guatemalan. I think she was trying to be cute and cheeky about it. And to be perfectly blunt, as a Democrat, that's the problem Democrats have these days. We try to be cute, we try to be cheeky, we try to be smarter than the average bear, and it comes back to bite us in the butt. But I think at the end of the day, very poor choice of words. Does it rise to the level of being kicked out of Congress? No, it doesn't rise to the level of being kicked out of Congress. Let's remember we once had a U.S. Senator from Massachusetts beat to a bloody pulp with a cane on the floor of the Senate, and the offending senator was not kicked out of Congress. So if we're going to kick members of Congress out of Congress for saying stupid things, we'd have a 75% vacancy rate.
Congresswoman, your opening statement.
Well, I do consider her a traitor, and I think she should serve the Guatemalan government and not the United States if she's not putting the United States of America first. I was born in Mexico, but I am an American first. I'm a proud American. I would never put Mexico first over the United States. For me, it will always be the United States. I'm a proud American. Clearly, she's not. Clearly, she's putting the United States of America second place. She serves in Congress, and she's putting us second place. Yeah, she should not be in Congress. She should know that our men and women in Border Patrol and ICE and Customs are only enforcing the laws that Congress passed, and that's exactly where she's at. So in my opinion, someone like her should not be in Congress, and if she puts Guatemala first, she should be serving the Guatemalan government, not the United States government.
All right. So now the two advocates, folks, this is the part where they get to present evidence to back up their positions. Lee, you've got 2 minutes to present your case as to why you think that the Congresswoman Ramirez is not a traitor and should not be expelled from Congress. Go ahead, sir.
Well, I mean, it's very succinct. I read her words. At no point did she say, I am proud to be a member of the nation of Guatemala first. I serve the nation of Guatemala. No point where any of those words said. She said she is proud to be Guatemalan. I am proud to be Portuguese. Am I 100% American? Yes, I was born here. My parents were from Portugal. I'm proud to be Portuguese. I speak it fluently, and I root for the national team in the World Cup every 4 years. She said she was proud to be Guatemalan. Dumb choice of words. Once again, trying to be a cheeky liberal Democrat, which, as everyone knows, not my flavor of Democrat. But if we're going to throw everyone out of Congress for not putting America or the Constitution first, how many times does a Republican politician say, I serve God before the Constitution? Should they be tossed out of Congress as well? So I really leave it at that. Poor choice of words, but if we're going to be tossing people out of Congress for words they say, no one would be serving in Congress right now.
Congresswoman Flores, you have up to 2 minutes. Go ahead, ma'am.
She clearly said she would put the people of Guatemalan first. She said, I'm Guatemalan first. And that to me right there, it should be enough for her not to be in Congress. If she's putting the government of Guatemala or the country of Guatemala first and not the United States of America, that is sufficient enough for her not to be in Congress anymore. I mean, someone, again, who is not proud of being an American should not be serving in Congress. I just can't trust anybody. Again, I was born in Mexico, and I'm an America first. I'm a proud American. I would never say I will put Mexico first over the United States. What's wrong with you? Like, no, you should be proud of being an American. And this is someone who was born here. I do want everybody to know that she was born here. And we have a problem here in the United States with a lot of people that are born and raised here in this country that do not have patriotism. So we need to instill in our children love and respect for our country, to be proud Americans, so those who come to our country can respect our country. So if we want respect, we also need to instill love and respect for our country and our children. We need to do that moving forward, because I just hate to see it. And it's coming from someone that was born in Mexico, and I do not take this country for granted whatsoever.
Understood. Now, before we move on to closing statements, advocates, I just want to remind the jury, this is the exact quote from Congresswoman Ramirez, quote, I'm a proud Guatemalan before I'm an American. That's what she said. All right, your closing statements. Lee, you first.
You know, I'm gonna try to appeal to your heart here. And as a strict constructionist, I'm gonna be a strict constructionist when it comes to words here. At no point did she say, I serve the nation of. She said, I'm a Guatemalan. I'm Portuguese. The former Congresswoman is Mexican. But we're all American. Like I said, poor choice of words. She was trying to be cute. She was trying to be cheeky. She was trying to be with the cool liberal kids crowd, which I will be very clear is what killed Democrats in the past. That's why Donald Trump won in 2024, because Democrats couldn't speak to regular American people because they say dumb things. But at the end of the day, if we are going to throw members out of Congress for saying stupid things, we should have probably tossed Marjorie Taylor Greene out when she brought up Jewish space lasers in the California wildfires.
All right. Mayra Flores, your closing statement.
Well, this is a very serious statement. I mean, we have a member of Congress who's saying she's Guatemalan first, then American. That's a big difference. And look, I'm an American. Yes, I was born in Mexico, but you'll never hear me say I'm Mexican before American. Never. And no one in Congress should be serving if you're not going to be proud of being an American and putting the United States of America best interests first.
All right, Lee Neves and Mayra Flores. Guys, appreciate the spirited presentation here for the jury. Now it's time for you, my beloved audience, to deliberate. Is Congresswoman Delia Ramirez a traitor and thus should be expelled from the United States Congress? You can email me or you can drop me a voicemail, one of two ways to communicate with me and render your verdict. ChrisSalcedo.com, ChrisSalcedo.com. We will bring you your verdict tomorrow. Court is adjourned. You know, folks, I thank God for my wonderful wife, my kids, my country, the greatest nation ever. And Americans like you who believe in the truth, the Chris Salcedo Show will never stop fighting for you.
The Chris Salcedo Show, for the news you need to know.